So you are, I've always wanted to say this at the start of a review. You are a diamond trash can.
No, not anymore.
No. Oh
No,
no. What are you now?
Masterful.
Ah, frick you, man.
No, actually, that's not true. Master 3, sorry.
Ah, frick you even more, man. Okay. At time of the forum, you said you want to look at some Widowmaker stuff, positioning
Yeah,
work.
yeah.
Obviously, not your first rodeo, second rodeo, or third rodeo. I mean, I don't know how many sessions have we had. It's been years,
I think
so
it's the fourth now, but
fourth,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. Wait, all the way back in 2021.
Damn.
Wait. Check out our first message. Hey, man, I see you put in a coaching request. All I need is $12 to buy coaching PayPal and a replay bot at your leisure. Oh my gosh. Wait, that was before Spitfire. Okay. So let's I guess any questions before we jump in?
Well, I mean, I've thought about stuff that I want to talk about,
Yeah. So,
and like make it about Widowmaker. So, because I've had like Tracer, I've had Sojourn, I've had Cass and whatnot, and I feel like I've got an idea of how to keep myself in check, if that makes sense.
yeah.
And on Widow, I just I've been playing a lot of Widowmaker, and I've been winning on Widowmaker as well. It's not like it's, oh my god, I don't understand this hero. She's my most played. But I thought in that sense it might be worth getting a review, and I've watched a lot of your content as well of other reviews.
Yeah.
And like the thing that stuck with me was in some review that I watched, you talked about a CCTV angle, right?
Yes. Yes.
And I feel like, or it's kind of hard to me, and I'm probably overthinking this once again, but still, it's a bit hard for me to judge like the quality of the enemy Widowmaker's angle. Yes. And like you'll see in the VOD, I think I've got two replay codes again, because one is Circuit where we defend, it's a scrim, and they play a brawl and we hold them first, so that's not too interesting. But still, like, stuff can be improved. But on offense, I felt like I just didn't do really anything, and I felt like if I was going any more aggressive, I would be grieving the Widow duel.
Yeah.
But like being passive didn't, give me a good angle either. So that's like kind of something that I would want to look at, and like finding the balance of when to go for the duel, to like fight for an angle, and like when to like cheese the duel when I like, no, okay, this Widow is probably gonna, because that's what I'm good at, is predicting where the Widow's gonna peak and her not being ready for it. That's what I feel like I win the Widow duel in that sense most of the time. And but like I don't actually like, I feel like I'm bad at judging the quality of my angles. That's essentially it.
Yeah, I mean, I will say if you're talking Circuit in general, like Circuit Royale is kind of a bad example, frankly, because Circuit, there's so few angle options, and a lot of them are so narrow.
Yeah.
Whenever I think of CCTV, I'm thinking more of like Dorado. I'm thinking more of like Route 66. I'm thinking of maps where you can like control an entire sightline. And honestly, that's actually often more applicable in non-Widow duels, because with Widow duels, there's somebody that's likely to contest that sightline, and so then you have to think more about the duel itself. But yeah, I think in general the idea of CCTV by the book is controlling massive space, massive sightlines by holding a position, not necessarily playing for an unpredictable kill or an unpredictable pick. It's basically throwing through just the pressure of your presence, forcing the enemy team to do things.
Because that's
sorry. Go ahead. No, go ahead.
Because that's what I feel like if I have a CCTV angle, like I'm shitting myself essentially by having the Widow being able to peek from everywhere,
Right, exactly.
Like that's the challenge that the CCTV brings. So
right,
I only go for that angle when I know the Widow can't push me, or I know I killed her.
Right, exactly. It's just basically like I have the biggest chunk of the map. I can see this massive swath of the map that's going to force you to do something really stupid. Okay, let's look at some. Any questions before we look at some gameplay?
Well, the other thing is like the second replay code is a one that is on Rialto, which is a map that I like, and I feel like gives good angles as well. So that's probably more interesting in terms of looking at angles. It is comp though, and on both maps there is a little bit of Widow v Widow to look at. So, and like on Circuit, I felt like we won even though I didn't do much. On the other way around, on Rialto, it felt like I did so much and we still lost. And I don't know, like, sure, like, not everything is in my control, obviously, but to an extent, like where I'm lacking in that degree to push that even further. That would be my question for that replay code, I guess.
Yeah.
And then in the Widow v Widow itself, like I learned to try and crouch predict shots, and I just wanted to know upfront if that is still worth it with the larger hitboxes anymore, because I feel like nobody, like whenever I crouch a shot, it doesn't matter, because even in the kill cam I can see I'm crouched and they still like hit the head. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay, we'll take a look.
And then like stuff like, you know, I know who scopes first wins, and I know that the jumper loses unless it's, you know, from an unexpected angle and stuff like that. If there is like mistakes that you can spot in that micro duel, in that micro play.
Yep, sounds good.
So X11. So that's the scrim, and then
this is the circuit.
yeah, that's circuit.
Okay.
And that one's Rialto.
Okay. And this is where I think you can kind of think in terms of CCTV, because the way I look at CCTV is what's the best sight lane I can get, ignoring, pretending there are no threats. Like just the most best, juiciest sight lane I can get.
Okay.
And like this would probably be the best one, where like in theory you should just be able to relax here for at least a little bit and just put on constant pressure.
I don't even know why we decided to go back here. Like this seems a bit weird.
Yeah, with a cart, yeah, of course. It's hard because it's just a nasty choke, right?
Yeah. That's so dumb.
I mean, honestly, it's kind of impressive. I mean, those are not easy shots to land, that many in a row.
People always say that, and I go, eh.
Yeah, that's the only compliment I'm going to give you this entire review. If I filled my compliment quota, so from here on out, it's all insults. There's really not a whole lot to say here. This is
that's what I'm saying. Like,
yeah, there's not a whole lot to say. It's strictly mechanics, right? Like it's strictly mechanics. Like you're holding a sight line. You need to be very quick on the draw for like what's about to happen right now. Like it's going to happen at some point. And I will say that this is where like if you really wanted to min max your value, you could Venomine like somewhere near you, like your feet, expecting them to push you. It's free damage, you know. So like when you're between reloads, just drop it like here.
Yeah. I think I die here as well. I was just like not ready for that quick of a fucking.
And I think that's the other thing too. It's like you don't have much to think about. You have where's my Venomine? Is there anywhere I can get Venomine value? Right. But more importantly than that, when they push me, not if, but when, where am I going to go?
Yeah.
And I think here the answer is towards the mini, most likely, or even ironically towards your team.
Yeah.
Right. One or the other. Because if they're committing to you, this is likely to be safe, right?
Yeah.
Or safer.
Or you go for the sandwich.
Right, or to go for the sandwich, right? So the problem here...
I just slept on the hook,
is you slept on the hook, and it's because you were surprised. It's because you were surprised. I mean, I would go as far to say, even here, like here, I wouldn't even be shooting here. This is, the alarm bells need to be going off at this distance, right? You already need to be rotating away. This is simply too close. This is simply too close. You should have rotated away even sooner than that. Honestly, as soon as you see that, unscope, run this way, and grapple up this direction. Pull them all the way over here.
Yeah. And like at that point, even if they kill me there, then like it's going to be a trade either way, right?
It's going to be a trade. Right, it's going to be a trade.
No one can hide from sight.
Fine. Yeah, good. Nice. I'm just kind of zooming through this because once you check the boxes, this one is more along the lines of, I just wouldn't re-peek this here until you have some sort of pressure from your team, right? Like you need your Sigma to be turning that corner because even without May here, I think BAP kills you on this peak.
Yeah, true.
Just wait a second.
It's greedy.
Yeah, it's very greedy.
I think like emotionally it was just like trying to force value because I was like, well, but that's just a stupid thing to do.
Batter's still surprised though, right? With the smasher, you should never be surprised. There's always the potential for this to be on the field, so you need to be ready for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. As you said, we're just gonna kind of
Yeah, now they swapped to spam as well, so this is a little bit more interesting, I guess.
Weird crosshair placement. There you go.
Like that's just stuff I feel like I should be hitting, and like that's just unforgiving.
I mean, I guess, but what are you gonna do with that information?
Yeah.
Yeah. And like
Yeah.
I mean,
This
this is the unforgivable one for me because you know where she is, right?
Yeah. I thought she was gonna peek closer.
Like you could see her, right? So it's like she knows where you are, you know where she is, and so ironically, it's just bad.
I don't know if they had sonar on me. Did
I don't
they?
think they did. I just think she saw the bullet trail.
Yeah.
You know? Okay. Let's get to the attack here. Okay. So main takeaways would just be any comp that's going to rush you, dive, brawl. Just the number one priority is what's the best CCTV angle, what's your disengage route. You had the CCTV angle because it was super easy. It was just there, right? But you didn't know where your escape route, and that's the key thing. So it's those crucial milliseconds where you're like thinking, and you should not be thinking. It should just be action. Bullet trail, no scouting. You need information. You're going to rechange your angle. That at least causes a little bit of unpredictability. Now, I don't know that I would be walking in and scoping here, right? Because your element of surprise is everything here.
Yeah.
So this is where I would be scoping first. Like I would scope into the staircase and then uncrouch. You got it? We get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because you're already at risk of doing this.
Let's see who will
Nice.
Like at that point, should I be fighting the Widow more aggressively here? Because my BAP dies to her, but she knows where I am. Like she's, for all I know, she's got her crosshair placed on my head through the wall, essentially.
Yes. In fact, this repeak is silly because you're not fully sure where she is, and she knows exactly where you are. So
I'm just repeaking this because she doesn't have a shot ready, and I know that. That's
okay,
like the reason.
Understandable. So then she gets enough of a shot back. So you repeat it for a quarter second. You don't see it. You crouch back. I want you rotating back here and taking the angle here, or even crouching here and going for a grapple shot instead, where at least there's a chance, right? You still have to charge your shot, but there's a chance.
This is a bit risky, but
yeah, it's a bit open. You could repeat this.
I'm gonna wait. I think I'm waiting for the sonar from my Hanzo here.
Gotcha. Okay. Because I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure she was. Yeah, you see where her crosshair is. She was thinking, okay, she's dropped, and then she's like, oh, she hasn't. Well, then also.
And there's the sonar, and then
Yep.
And like here, I just don't know what the hell to do. Like I'm sitting there in main, they just stood around a corner, and my team's fighting, and I'm not, and I'm just like, yeah.
You just need to be patient. You need to be patient with where their Sigma is.
I should be up top, that's for sure.
You should be up top, right? But then they're back, like their Sigma will get isolated and forced out eventually. You just need to be patient and then consider taking top. Either your Sigma's going to off-angle and control their backline, which is going to create opportunities for you to rotate top, or your Sigma's going to take the Sigma trade, and you're going to win this slightly because his Sigma is a little bit too far forward, right? Yeah, you just don't have to force it.
I think I die really stupidly here because the Sigma just rocks me with a lamp.
You're just standing you're just standing in the open here, right? Like this is where you just need to go around and just be a little bit more patient, right? Obviously, like you peek this once or twice and you're like, okay, what the heck do I do? Maybe drop, take a couple shots of Sigma, retake back top. It's awkward. It's the most awkward port of the map, but don't just be smart. Be smart.
Yeah.
It's interesting to see the EDR instead of the Zenyatta. I don't
On
know.
our side.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hate Ilari pick. I think it's so crap in spam comp.
It's definitely
I think
unique.
it's And it's weird too because our main supporter like plays so much better on Zen than Hilari as well. I don't know why it's like such a thing. Here my question would be, I'm popping later because I think hers was way too early.
Yeah.
Or like, what do you? I don't mean way too early, but too early for me to have to mirror because they want to retake, and I'm not scared of her retaking with sights.
It was way too early. Yeah. It
Yeah,
definitely
okay.
was. Yeah. I mean, there weren't even really pushing out of the choke yet, right? Like.
Yeah, exactly.
There weren't that many positions that you could have been, right?
Yeah.
They could have waited at least 2 or 3 seconds here. And so yeah, you look at this and you're also like, I know she can't have rotated past the Sigma. I know she can't peek left because my shield is there. So I would just sit here and ego this.
No one can hide from my sight.
And then as soon as my Sigma loses space, I pop in for sights. Yeah, I mean, this was perfect. Yeah, no complaints here.
Okay. I think it's like it's a weird angle, but like it's the best one that I'm gonna get.
Yeah, it's fine. I think the only thing I'd say here is just be careful about this. Like, this is a little bit cheeky versus right-click Hanzo. And then, obviously, just keep your eyes on the Widow. Because she goes for a grapple, and you are not ready for that at all.
No.
But yeah, the timing of the scythe is fine. So obviously their scythes have expired. And so you're trying to force the grapple. But obviously it's like, eh.
This dude, like I got stuck there for real. I couldn't move.
Man, I don't know. Here's
I wanted to grapple further over because I
Yeah.
knew that she wasn't going to expect this, and she was looking at the Hanzo there. So I wanted to grapple further into the sight line, but
So how would you
then
do it?
I can't.
Where would you do it?
I mean, probably on the sign, much rather than on that
agree,
edge
I agree.
there.
Wait like 1 or 2 seconds for the cart to rotate up forward, and then once your team starts to put actual pressure here, then go for the grapple here. Right?
Yeah.
It's just the timing of the play. Obviously, it's super stupid. Yeah, just
She was just there, and it was the freest kill of all.
that is pretty funny.
Why did I have to put lampposts and all that stuff into the map? Like,
It's pretty, man. You gonna cry about it? So this is CCTV. Per.
yeah.
But you could force a duel here, and the irony is you can really cheese this, right? Like what you're about to do right now. You could grapple as well. Now she'll hear it probably, but you can still contest it. And then obviously like playing for the Sonic as well is good.
Yeah.
There's bullet trail on your rotate here. You need to grapple. You need to get to here. You need to rotate to here, and then you need to sit here and you need to go for a grapple. This is your best chance to be able to break this choke. Or you can grapple from here. So bam here, this is your chance right here.
But like not any sooner than this, right? Because I was figuring out, yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
probably not any sooner than that because you didn't need to use grapple because you could peek underneath here.
Yeah.
Right? So, but then as your team rotates, obviously you scuff the grapple, but yeah, this is well timed.
Okay. And the frickin' tree, but yeah.
Yeah. Grapple. Yep.
That was
Unfortunate.
stupid. Yeah.
And you needed to commit the rotation here, even with the Venomine. You needed to make this. You needed to be here.
Yeah. I think it was like a mechanically screwed up grapple once again. My grapples were just atrocious in this map.
Okay, same opportunity though, right? Left side sign.
Yeah.
From here again, right? Get out of here. I don't
know how that doesn't kill her.
It wasn't fully charged. You were really low charge. Look.
But it was 70, and 70 is like the threshold. I don't know, whatever.
Yeah, maybe you're right. I'm curious.
But does she has?
Oh no
she has,
no! Because you're thinking headshot. Because remember,
isn't that 2x or is it 2.5?
It's 2.5. It's 2.5. So
okay,
remember,
yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, so she only has 120 damage body shot.
Yeah.
So this is, what, like?
I forget the headshot multiplier numbers.
Yeah. But yeah, this is like kind of cheeky. You have my problem is that, this is not at the end of the world if you didn't have grapple, but you do, so you need to use that tool first.
Yeah, and it just creates 0 angle if I'm just sat by a
Right,
window.
and there you go. You almost get flexed into having to use the grapple to disengage. Like this is like it's a free shot. It's like it's one shot, but it is one shot, right? Like use it.
Yeah,
Because it's not like you have better options available here. This sucks.
yeah.
That is hubris, especially considering you're 2 seconds off of grapple. That is insanity.
Yeah. I was so mad at this point about the getting stuck. I didn't realize.
Okay.
I didn't realize that they had they had Sonic on there.
Yeah. That sucks. I pop sides here.
Here I'm not sure like how aggressive to play. If I should play it the left side completely and just YOLO it for anyone who comes through the door.
I would play very aggressively. I would not necessarily play like I purposefully stupid, but I would take the best sightline that you can. Whether that's here, I don't really care. Like you guys are like full at playing balls to the wall. We have to cap this right now.
Yeah. Yeah, but I mean it is the best one in terms of like if nobody can get to me, but it is still pretty close. Like a Sigma could just put up shield, walk around the corner, and shoot me in the face. You know?
So then the question is like, can you rotate it even deeper? Like, could you pop sides and sit something like here? Like this causes people to poo-poo their pants, right? Like this is kind of what we want here. The sights is well done, right? Like I think the sights is good, but yeah, the problem here is that this Sigma shield is getting 4 people value, right? Exactly. Yeah. You could deepen your angle here, and it's not something that you see very often, but it is good if you can get here. Because that Widow cannot take the duel with you. Nobody can take the duel with you, and it can contest this angle at the same time.
I don't know why I jumped though. It was a feed.
Yeah, I mean, it was
especially if I had grapple, I could have just disengaged.
Yeah, I mean, besides that, it was okay.
Yeah, now it's just Cass. Yeah.
All right, next code.
That's I sent it to you already.
Got it.
9 JCQ.
You're baiting me.
What? Oh, I swapped the J and the C. CJQ, sorry.
English, by the way.
What do you mean English?
You think you could get your letters in order, but that's okay. My favorite is having calls with people that are like, English is my second language. I apologize if the call's not perfect, and they speak better English than I do, so it's like, oh, that's all right. Okay. Now, any particular section here? I just want to kind of like skim through the whole vibe.
Well, they only start to play Widow in the second half. The enemy. So in terms of Widow v Widow, that's more interesting. But still, I feel like the whole map I played pretty like reasonably well for me to like feel like it was something to win for some reason. And I don't know if I just played like the angles too passive. That's what I'm saying. Like the quality of my angles, I needed a check on that. And yeah, so that's kind of the.
I mean, I think you've already kind of screwed the pooch, frankly. Here, I think like okay, so. You really have to look at this as like you have, based on their comp, the whole map to play. And so whenever that's the case, it's not just like, oh, it's easy. It's free. You actually have the responsibility to play the whole map.
Okay.
Because if you look at their composition, if you do not take the angles away from them, they'll smack you through the throat. Like you're going to be in serious trouble here.
So in this situation, I should like be peeking the Mega on the left or something?
Yes.
Because I can't go to the Malga.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah,
like
okay.
you can sit here, but like all you're doing is you're giving this Pharah a solvable problem if you're here, right? To where like you, the Ana, the Tracer, kind of everybody all in a giant clump. Yes, you guys have slightly different off angles, but why here when you can legitimately go all the way over here, listen, crouch, and do this. This is going to create space. This is going to control sightlines. This is going to create. I mean, look at this.
Yeah. Could pop 3 people right there.
Right. Even just 1 or 2 people. Even if you miss the shots, it's going to force a reaction. Yeah. I have to grapple out. I disengage. It's going to create space more so than what you're doing right here. The enemy team doesn't need more discouragement from picking this angle.
Yeah.
Right. It's already not fun as it is. And you could see as well here where, like, ironically, your sightlines aren't even that good. Like this here is okay, right? Like this is,
but it's not CCTV at all.
But it's not CCTV. There's not a lot of space controlled by this. So the way to look at CCTV is 2 ways. One, either control the most space possible,
Or the
In
most
which
aggressive one.
Right. So something like this here, or something like this here, right? This would be a good, or you control the most valuable space, or the most, and that would be something like an angle over here, or something like that. I mean, I'm not even joking. You could do something stupid, and you could flip the map.
Yeah.
You know, like you can, right? It's this freedom available to you right now.
Yeah, because if the Farah comes over, then the Tracer's just going to free farm, essentially.
Right. So what's happened is that what this Farah has done is through the threat of the rocket, is she's kind of cramped you back, which has then allowed her to take space appropriately. You need to be cramping their style, right? You need to be cramping their style.
Flew right
Lol.
into my web.
Lol. See, like even here, like everybody knows this angle, right?
Yeah.
But you know,
Yeah.
same thing, but just better because your Curie is already there. You're on a Tracer, Steve. Like this is just here, but better. That's all it is.
And it's more my range. Like the Malga's not going to beam me
It's
from
more
over
your
there.
range. That's exactly it. It's also safer too because the EDI was already looking that direction to begin with, right? They're not going to be looking here, and if they are looking here, then they're going to die to your Ana. And so by the time you get here, the most vulnerable window for them has passed, right? So like you still get value here, but not as much as you could have.
No one can hide from my sight.
I mean, it's great, right? You could see it. It's just too late.
Yeah,
Too
yeah.
late.
They have numbers. Watch out.
Yeah, it's fine. Just try and roll the dice, see if you can get a pick.
Ow.
Nice. Just fine. It's a little cheeky, but I don't mind it. It's also cheeky because like, your team has kind of taken the space that I wanted you to take, so now you're kind of on main, and now this actually kind of makes sense. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like, it's actually, your team has kind of set this up for you. Yeah, see, this is fine.
Yeah, but it's like so idiotic that I get forced out by a Malga.
Right.
Funny,
It's
haha, I'm going to use the...
I mean, you've been forced out, kind of, sort of. But also, at the same time, it's like the angle is still fine. Like, you'd still see. Now, what I would do
Okay.
from here is I would deepen my rotation.
Yeah.
Right? Because now your team is rotated back towards you, so then you rotate to fill the void over here. Right? Even without grapple, it's worth doing. Instead, you're going to go this way, which is not bad, but now you still see that your sightlines are a little bit compressed. They
Yeah.
already want to hide from this angle. They don't know or care about this angle, and there's your shooting gallery, right? It's
Yeah.
good. It's still good enough to where you guys are likely to win this. But you kind of described this as being like, I felt like you did good enough, we didn't win enough. Well, good enough wasn't good enough.
Yeah, I see that.
Okay. So remember, CCTV, the most space or the best space, your choice.
I feel like this is the angle that is like CCTV would be down main, and this is the angle where this house becomes a death box essentially if I'm there.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
it just stops being valuable as soon as cart reaches bridge, and so like I need to be creative somehow. And it's a bit weird.
Right. So I actually think this is where you could be doing something like this, go back to here again.
Okay.
Or, like you said, CCTV, and honestly go all the way back to Mega, or something like
Yeah.
this here, or even go back to the high ground behind you and see this.
True.
Like, this is just CCTV. Like this is the easiest option in the world right here.
Yeah.
It's not redundant because the people that are on main can't see the high ground. You see
Yeah.
this? So they're
Yeah.
rotating for free out. No, they're not because you're here. You need to be exploiting this.
Okay.
I mean, I just to make you feel really bad because that's why I'm here. I'm just gonna let it play from here a little fast.
Yeah.
I mean, it's actually unreal, right? It's so free. And if
Is that in range though? The May?
It doesn't matter. You're thinking about it from a one-shot perspective, but that doesn't
Okay.
matter in the CCTV, right? Obviously, it does to an extent, but it's just any sort of pressure here at all. Nothing can out-damage you at this range. So
They're gonna have to deep peek anyway. Yeah.
they're going to have to deep peek anyway, and they're going to have to do one of two things. They're going to have to drop, or you're going to have to give up entirely and play the choke, in which case you've just given your team the entire high ground for free.
Yeah.
And then now you have to sweat a little bit. Now you have to do something corny here. You have to do some sort of a quick peek here. I mean, I don't know, right? But you cross that road when you get there.
And especially, yeah, like I get contested here by this Mei, by this Mauga, and it's just really awkward. Like if they have Ryan, it's whatever, but
yeah, I mean, this is it's a nice shot, but you know, whatever.
yeah,
If I was the Mei, you would have been dead 10 times this Sunday.
clearly.
I mean,
Yeah. This was even player of the game, and I was like, damn.
I mean,
Not realizing that I played half the game on the floor.
at least you did the right thing eventually, you know?
Yeah.
It's funny, it's like you've both, this is now the second time where the first fight you took the wrong angle. Second fight you take the right angle and you pop off.
Yeah.
The same thing in first
And
fight.
it's so counterintuitive because like I still do some coaching, right? But whenever I look at my own gameplay, I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing wrong. But as soon as I look at somebody else's gameplay, I go like, nah, this is bad.
Well,
this is crap.
Here's the perspective. Okay, this is like a really important life hack. It doesn't make it necessarily a lot easier, but it does make it a little bit easier. Whenever you look at your own gameplay, do not tell yourself why you did the decisions that you did. That was something that I used to do. You'd be like, I did this because of this, because you will always come up with a reason. Right?
Yeah.
Instead, ask yourself, could I have been anywhere else? And then try to answer that question.
Yeah.
Even if you think where you were was perfect, try to come up with another answer. Try to.
It's also weird because the way that I asked you about the range, I would like think about my angles. Okay, which angle is the most lethal? You know, like which angle am I able to like get a kill the easiest?
Right.
And not like okay, which angle is going to be the most valuable for my team even, you know?
Right. And so this is where you need to throw out all the analytics and throw out all the details and just go, does this angle feel good? Okay, does this angle feel good? What about this angle? What about this angle? Right? Don't be like, oh, am I going to get a one shot? What's the best for my team? No, just throw everything out. Just does it feel right? Right?
Okay.
And then ask yourself that and experiment with that. And you don't even need to be necessarily sure, right?
I don't know why the hell I'm not up top here. I mean, at this point I get it, but like in the beginning when they were all sat in choke, I should have just been up top because squeezing the shots through this, I don't know.
Disgusting. I mean, I know it's a prediction shot, but still, it's still impressive.
It felt so good. Because I see the sleep dart and I was like, no, I can do this. Donk.
Ooh, that's a good one. That's fast even at 0.25.
And these are some points, right? I get shot by the Cass in that situation.
Yeah.
What I'm thinking there sometimes is, okay, I was too close. This angle was not good.
No, you're pushed up to help your diva. You know, I mean, like, where else are you gonna go?
Yeah.
You know, so like, even if you're like, oh, why am I not high? Well, because you can't see anything in high because of where the fight was happening. Right?
And I could have just gotten forced off of there just as easily by the Cass as down the main.
Exactly. So I think it's okay. In fact, my problem here is this fight is like going to be a mess, right? Like this is like, I don't know if you guys win this. So actually my problem here is your disengage. Your disengage needed to be in two different directions. Give me two of them.
To the left or to the top, I think.
To the top or
to the left.
Back here. Right, exactly.
Yeah.
I think this is the only position that you can clutch from. That way you maintain your angle. It doesn't matter if you're like, oh, I'm disengaging. No, you have to make a play here. Like you have to hold your angle. You're useless.
Even with the tank trade, because both tanks are down.
Even with the tank trade, they got a closer spawn. And I can tell you
that's
as
true.
well, right? Even if it was 3 versus 3, we're all fine. But you're not going to do anything from here because she's already respecting your sight lane. She already knows who you are. She's already respecting your Ana sight lane. And so what's happening is this cover is redundant. She's allowed to, not redundant, it's double value. Yeah. She's hiding from you and she's hiding from the Ana. Let's go back to the top left and see what it would have looked like. Maybe it wouldn't have been any different. Maybe it would have. Right? At the very least, you see? At the very least, there's multiple choices, and you're not under pressure.
Yeah, and I could have surprised the Cass, because nobody expects that angle from the left side.
And this one makes it a lot harder, because she has to choose, does she go for you or does she go for Ana? You see it?
Yeah.
I don't know. At least if you're like, just Widow is just so bad in these kind of sightlines. Take the space when you can. Like right now, I'm looking for any excuse to rotate you to the left. Any excuse.
Yeah.
Like I would not be standing here. Go, move.
Especially.
Move.
Yeah.
Like move, get out.
Oh my God.
Get out, right? Move, and then here, and then here, and then honestly, like you can even like go Caffrey mode. I really don't care. Like just go. You see what I'm saying? Like, I mean, it's not.
Yeah.
There we go. Like, we got a little bit of space, but it's hard. It is hard. Like, this is not a particularly friendly point of the map, but I actually think that's when it's okay to take a couple of like minor risks. You know, nice shot. The thing is like you're hitting shots, but the way to look at it is you're not creating space. As the way to look at it, you're not controlling a different sight lane. You're not making the enemy team think about two different things at once.
Okay.
I mean, it's a little close, but it's space. You see it?
Yeah.
Watch their reaction.
Ice block.
Ice block.
Jiggle peek.
Jiggle peek. Idiare comes to pocket. She's looking at you too.
Malgo runs back.
They're still looking at you. They're still looking at you. May throws ice blocks at you. Now we have the ability to rotate. Good Venomine. Now deep and left again, please. May, mercy, she die. You rotate left. I would just deep and left. Just grapple up to here. You know, control the sight line here. And yes, you're going to be peeking through tiny frames again, but it's frames that are different from these frames, right? So then you have this. Where do you hide from? Ana, Zen, or Widow? Your choice, right? Just pick your poison. Whereas now,
yeah, this was the most incorrect play.
Right, definitely not the play. Because the thing is like you're like, oh, the Malga engaged. Yeah, but the Malga had to choose.
Yeah.
The Malga had to choose, right? You made that choice to where now he's zoning you and
the Ana
at the same time, right?
So like if I was on the left and he challenged the left, then me disengaging that angle would have been half as problematic because the Ana could keep hers.
The Ana could keep hers, and she would be able to easily keep you up at the same time, right?
Yeah.
You know, it's not even a particular.
I don't know why I haven't like thought of that because like I got that realization when it was like double bubble and I played Ashe and I would at first I would always play with Ana Brig and someone would always die. One of the three would always die on the dive exchange, and then at some point I just started like playing 10 meters away from them and nobody died. I was like, damn. Yeah, and it's just because either I can get out free because my healers can look at me, or they have one less person to care about, and it's just
Yep. 100%. Make them choose. That's the key thing.
Yep.
Widow duel.
This is kind of the situation, right? Where I'm like, I know that for like 80% of widows are going to grapple up there, so I'm like trying to funny that sight line, and I know that the only other sight line that she could take would be left.
Well,
which I think isn't it.
This is what she's doing. So I think she's made a mistake. Like, okay, well, I don't know. Basically, what's happened is that I think it's through the mispositioning of your team, honestly.
Okay.
Because do you see the mistake from what your team is doing here?
Yeah, they shouldn't be getting shot here at that situation.
They should be holding this choke, right? So that's why the Widow has been able to CCTV, right, this angle and get a lot of value. It's because your team shouldn't be fighting there, right? Yeah. That's why she hasn't rotated. It's because she hasn't needed to. Yeah,
but the question for me, like, is in that because my angle for me is great.
Yes.
Right. I don't need to swap the angle.
No.
They're just feeding themselves in main, and because she now has sights on my team, I'm thinking either I need to grapple bridge and like force her off of the angle, or I need to go to the left window and do like a funny play on either the Mercy or on her.
You can, I guess, but you're looking at this as we've established this is 50-50.
Okay.
So take the 50-50. Mm-hmm. Right? Like you have a good angle, she has a good angle based off of your team's mistake, which should hopefully correct itself in the next few seconds. Then you have a positional advantage. Then she has to force the duel, then you win the duel.
Okay.
The problem with you forcing the duel now is it's wasted time.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like, do I shoot team? Do I shoot Widow?
No, because you'd have to rotate over here to force the duel, and that's downtime where she could be killing your team anyway.
Yeah.
You should only force
compared to where I could kill her team.
Right,
which
exactly.
I've done.
Like it's a fit. Like I said, it's 50-50. Like it's just gonna be which of you guys kills the team faster. If any one of you forces the duel here, it's just downtime that they can't be taking.
I prefer
Okay.
hunting at sundown.
Now, what I would be doing is, deeping my angle. Don't need to force this peak here. Look for something pressure on the Merciers, pressure on the Malga, and so on.
Wipe them off your page.
But yeah, I think this fight was like, besides the opportunity, to deepen your angle there, was pretty reasonable. That was a pretty good shot. I'm not gonna lie.
Thanks.
Part of the Spilo Mechanical School.
You mean the 1v1?
Yeah.
This is just, dude, this is just so bad. Like, freest shots ever, and I'm just butchering it.
Trying to think, what's the best angle for you here?
Yeah, I don't know. I could do the left bridge. I always think of that too late.
I think that's it. I think you're right. I think
because
it's up
everything
here.
else just feels like I'm shoving my barrel up their nose.
I think this has to be it here, right?
Yeah.
This has to be it here. Yeah, agreed. Because right,
and it makes the shots easier as well. Yeah.
Right's not gonna work. It's too close. But yeah, and again, it's the crosshair movement, right? This to here versus this to here, much scarier, much scarier, much scarier.
And then what I'm thinking, or like, I don't know what your opinion is on this, but I feel like I move too much when I'm trying to take a shot, and it makes me miss a lot. Like, should I try and stop earlier, or do you think it's just a matter of
I think you should stop earlier, but I think also the reason why you're feeling the pressure to move is because you know that this is not a safe angle to peek.
Okay.
Right? Like, you're frantic.
Yeah.
You see it? You see what I'm saying? And honestly, you kind of should be, right? Like I said, it's a barrel up the nose, right on main. It's no good. This is pretty funny. I swear you took a shot there.
Oh, she's on Sombra now. I forgot about that. Damn.
Wait, that's weird. There's no audio cue. Watch this. Watch this. What's going on in the replay viewer? Check this out.
You mean landing?
Look, do you see that? Look at the ammo.
What ammo?
Look at your bottom right. Look at your ammo.
Oh, huh?
35?
I fired a shot?
Yeah, you fired a shot. And the funny thing is the first time we watched that section, you fired I saw it. I saw you fire a shot. And then now it's not showing it anymore. That's so weird.
What, dude?
Wait. Let's see if you can see the bullet trail.
What?
What? That's so weird.
Dude, where can I get that silencer? Give me that.
Yeah, seriously, can you hear it? Wait. I can't hear from here. Who would be the closest?
Bap, I guess. Bap's just sat up there.
Yeah, but it's friendly Bap. It won't be as loud.
Yeah.
I don't hear it.
No.
That's crazy.
Replay just bugged out.
Yeah. Frankly, here, I think you just need to commit with it. I think the Sombra's kind of spooked you.
Yeah, I realized way too late that my Bap was there. Like, what?
I think you have to commit. Bap is just different, I guess.
Yeah, he is different.
To be honest, like, this play from him is actually so good.
Yeah.
Like, that actually creates so much space for you guys. But yeah, I mean, it's forgetting the bridge there. Early pressure on main. Barrel up the nose. Yada, yada, yada. CCTV, bam, bam, bam. And this is CCTV perfectly because it's also CCTV from a different angle than the rest of your team, right? You see your Sigma, you see your on, and then you pop off here. It's like, you don't even need to be subtle. Like, that's the thing, you don't need to be subtle.
Yeah, and it's also, like, semi-easy to protect from Sombra. I think I was scared here that she was gonna pop me.
I would not be scared at all. You have Infrasight, right? So pop the Venom Mine on the angle. Wait, 3, 2, 1. Don't do this SMG crap. Just scope. And then Infrasight right now. Right? And there she is.
Yeah.
Right? You have Infrasight. It's literally a free free team fight win for this. So it's like you're playing like you're playing as if you didn't have Infrasight. And in addition to that, you also got the timing wrong. So even if the Sombra had been going beelining it right for you, she could not have gotten to you in time. So you were like wasting crucial seconds.
Yeah.
Which then means that your Sigma loses the fight in main because there's no pressure on main. And then now you Infrasight, but no.
Oh.
No way. You want that clip so bad.
I did.
He's not.
I'm so ready.
That's like an impossible shot. Only somebody like me could hit that one.
Especially
yeah,
because the rotation just disappears when you're that up high.
Yeah. I mean, frankly, your loss of pressure on main there is like criminal. Like, I cannot believe that you guys lost that engagement right there. You just MIA'd for like 5 seconds with Infocyte.
Yeah.
There it is, another invisible shot. Check it.
Well, at least it gave hit markers.
Yeah.
And bullet trail. I
nice
don't know, bullet trail on the first
That's
one.
nice of them. Good.
Here I need to be on the right side. Okay, yeah.
Yep. Keep going, right?
To the right? Because I'm thinking going forward for some reason.
Yeah, keep going to the right. Venomine your
Yeah.
feet and peek here. You're probably not going to stay here, but make them take an action on you, and then you can kind of peek here, right? Just, again, as much space as you possibly can.
Especially with Signano.
Especially with Sigma, yeah. Hold different space, right? Play to your strengths and hold different space is kind of the key takeaway.
Okay.
Like, you could even at this point, you know, walked up, right? Started your rotation at top and again hold different space. Man, what is going on? Like, I'm not gonna lie with you. You needed to make this rotation way more painful. Like, I know Sombra's on the field and all that kind of crap, but like, there's just no way that there's an enemy Widow and you don't at least make this, like, even you don't even make them sweat like at all.
I don't know why I'm like so. Yeah, this is bad. Yeah. I don't know what I'm scared of. Like, especially if I play that far up, it's gonna be the Ana that sees me first compared to if I play behind her.
It's Sombra, but the irony is that nothing that you've done has actually made the situation better. Like, in reality, like, you're still very isolated to that Sombra, and your sight lane isn't that good either. This is a mess. This is going to be one of those situations, very much like first, where you're going to lose this right here. Yeah, I was going to say, you're going to lose this right here because you just have done nothing. Like, you just haven't done nothing. You've done nothing. Like, okay, so the key thing here is that you have these points on Rialto where it's like, this is your strong point, this is your weak point. Now, we could definitely critique what you could do better here. I would probably say rotate up to top and then take your position from here. In the same fashion where you missed the opportunity here, and so then when you finally picked it, it was too late. You need to be comfortably performing on your strong points so that then you're allowed to underperform in your weak points.
I see. Yep.
And right now, this is just, you are the worst DPS in the game on this part of the map, arguably. and you know, we can, again, critique this, but I don't think you gave yourself a lot of options because of how little impact you had prior to this point.
Because that's what I'm sitting in the game and like the occasional self-review thinking, I don't know what I could have done better here, but that's not the point. The point is, what could have I done better?
Exactly.
You know, 20 seconds ago.
Exactly. And I think the Sombra is breaking your mind. I think the Sombra, like, you gave the Sombra, it's not that you gave the Sombra too much respect, because that's such a lazy way of putting it. You gave the Sombra respect at the wrong times and in the wrong ways. Because,
like, if I am on the CCTV on the bridge, then if she shoots me, like, okay, well, they committed that resource to me, at least.
Right. And the Infrasight,
and it took them.
The Infrasight is killing me. Like, you had Infrasight. Like, that is like an absolute I win button versus Sombra. Like, it gets her killed too. It's not just, oh, I live. It gets her killed.
Gets her killed and makes the ultimate useless and everything.
Yeah, it's really, really good versus that matchup. So, okay, we got more time here. Like, you want to keep rolling? You got any other codes? Any questions?
Ooh, let me find it out. I don't know if I can. Yeah, hold on.
Time.
That's not the correct tab. History replays. Oh, did I get... What was this? Was this a... I gotta see. What did I play here? Oh, this was Tracer. I don't know. Don't really want. I don't have a. It was annoying me. I don't really have a proper like Widow dueling clip. Hold on. Da, 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 da. We'll need. Oh, Havana. What did I play here? That's interesting. Well, what did the enemy play? That's also. Yeah. Oh, actually, they play some Widow here. Yeah, sure.
Let's do it.
New junk, Havana. Share. Copy. I'm just gonna. I started taking notes. Damn it. Two, 7. There we go. Ignore the stuff at the top.
Sorry, I can't ignore that. In fact, stop thinking about it. My bad. Any questions?
So far, no. No, I'm pretty enlightened.
All right.
This is again. Yeah, this is again. I'm playing this close because I'm like full off range.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, it's also unpredictable as well. So, like, you know, there's a pretty decent chance they're going to roll out in Widow, take the first shot, have an advantage in the duel because she's not expecting that angle. It's all right.
Okay.
I actually think disengaging this far, maybe this early, is a little bit... Yeah, I was going to say, like, it's a little too quick for that, right? From here, I think you got some choices. I think, obviously, like, play it a little safe here. Shoot, scout, shoot.
It just all feels so incredibly predictable. Like, whatever I do...
But it's also predictable for her too. You get what I'm saying? On the enemy Widow, right? So like
but
basically you just
I feel like attack is so much easier. Like you can play inside, you can grapple shot, you can
so, yes and no, so then hold the angle here. Hold the angle right here until you have a little bit more information, right? Okay, they're on Widowmaker. Okay, I'm gonna wait for my Sig to peek and then peek with shield, right? You got this, right? Go for a grapple shot. There's some options. I understand what you're saying. Like, really, the sweet spot is when you guys play this section here.
Yeah.
But don't immediately quit there because now you're doing nothing until they get to that point. So at least have some sort of pressure, even if it's a super, super passive standing behind shield, you know, no angle, right? That's okay.
Yeah.
It's better than nothing, right? And then obviously with the power of hindsight here, they're not even on Widow. So you could really do whatever you want. You could just pre-peek this now.
I think I realize this when I get off of here because I see the soldier and I saw the tracer just now and I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
But obviously, even with Widow, this is where I want you to be, at least to start.
Yeah, okay.
Good Venomine. Nice shot. And this is where I think you could be a little bit more chill with your movement. So, right here.
There's nothing shooting me. Yeah. What's the mercy gonna Glock me?
You're doing the leg cross as well, like you're kind of doing like this kind of here. Just shoot. Just relax. I assumed you pressed tab as well, because I would have assumed a Widow swap here.
Yeah. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't.
We're gonna say yes.
Yeah.
Okay, and then
now I'm in the Zaya range. Now I need to.
Right. So now you rotate. Yeah, this is good. And this is what I would like to call CCTV. Bigger is better. When we talked about it, like what's the best angle versus what's the most angle. This is the most angle, right?
Yeah.
You have like the most coverage. There's not a lot of lethality here, but you're just having the biggest coverage. Now, as this fight progresses, you might want to disengage to here. You might disengage and peek here. You've got options, right? But
I definitely think the right side is the most lethal angle. So
yeah, I would agree. But right now, you just have such oppressive sightlines that this is where your existence is value right now.
Yeah.
Like, this is very painful. And then you can even do, like, micro adjustments like this here. It's just fine. I I think this was okay. I think the only minor nitpick is in maybe once the cart gets to, like, obviously you needed to get picks here. But once the cart gets to here, probably should start to already consider rotating out here. And then reestablish your, because this is a little close, right? Just a little close. And you know it's close because that's why you're not getting healed. Because your supports are under so much pressure that they can't actually see you. You see that? And actually, you can't even see the Zarya because she's too close. But yeah, I probably would have rotated out a little bit sooner.
Yeah.
This was a little bit of a mechanics check when it mattered, and yeah. Again, early pressure here is fine. I mean, I guess, you know.
Yeah, this is some Caffrey crap right here.
Yeah. The Caffrey crap is like what I like to describe as like you lose general pressure while dice rolling for a crazy shot.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, where could you go instead of here?
Right. Back main. I mean, if the Zarya's that far up.
Back main. You could honestly, the funny thing is you could have actually stayed up top too. That's the funny thing. Like, you weren't really pressured off. They weren't close enough. And so you actually lost a lot of pressure on the Soldier and the Mercy, ironically, on the Tracer. I mean, this is funny. This is funny here, you know. But yeah. I would also pop Infosites whenever you want to as well. Like, they are very clearly, like, contesting space here. Yeah, there you go. Oh, that's a little late. I would have hit that shot.
Clearly.
The wall never would have known what was coming for it. Oh,
dude.
I saw that coming. It's a consequence of you not thinking what's the best CCTV. Right? It's a consequence of not thinking what the best CCTV.
Because he's just like, oh, whatever, YOLO.
Yeah. I think this is smart. I don't think there's another angle you can peek here. Obviously, going through this is just kind of painful. I think if you guys brute force it, you can rotate out this way, but I don't think this is terrible. I would probably go top now and then rotate out right. Yeah.
It's like the only thing that doesn't give you, or the only angle that doesn't give you garbage dueling sightlines.
Right. I want to remind you, this is Rialto again. Remember? This feels bad, but it felt really good, and you did nothing.
Yeah.
Right? So when it feels bad, you need to be looking back at like what happened 25 seconds ago. Because yeah, there's nothing good here, right? This is. You know, I mean, but 25 seconds ago, that was your fight to win. You lost it. With Infosites.
Yeah.
You know, TLDRs, you suck. You are the worst. You should be ashamed of yourself.
Yeah, dude, sometimes I am with these shots.
Yeah, see, that's all. You stupid hit scan player, I tell you what. Every time, you know, set the.
I only care about hitting shots.
Ay. Oh, like.
That's better.
That's so
It's
annoying.
just like, she just used. I mean, this was just atrocious.
Yeah, I mean, it's a goofy error. It happens.
Yeah. Welcome to ranked.
So, you know, again, CCTV here. This is probably your best bet here. I don't think there's a lot of other choices here. There's always like deeper flanks and deeper angles, but the Tracer's going to be kind of gatekeeping those, so this is fine. Now, the thing you can do here is you can play main. Like, as this rotation, I mean, you know this, but, like, you can rotate main.
Yeah, for some reason, I never do that, but then get surprised when Widows just pull it out in main. It's just...
Yeah, I think this is fine, but, like, nice shot. But, like, as this, like, rotates, you can just go here. Like, you can just control a lot of space. And you could even do it from here as well. I mean, you know, right? But, yeah, it's good shots. It's good stuff. I wouldn't have died there, just FYI.
Because for you, hitboxes shrink on Mercy Glock.
Yes.
Clearly.
Well, it's more of like a might is right, so therefore the game decides to shrink the hitboxes because it knows that no matter how big they are, they're not going to hit me anyway. So.
The aura bends the bullets away.
Right, exactly.
Here we go. Here's the Widow v Widow. This is, yeah. Lol.
Lol?
Yeah, sorry, I'm young.
No one can
That's okay.
I'm a Zoomer.
sight.
I'm not really even, I mean, I guess, but...
I'm just going to completely ignore that conversation entirely, FYI. This is fine until the Life Weaver rotates. Then I actually think you need to move.
Yeah, yeah,
Because
yeah.
there's really no reason for anybody to peek this angle ever again. So then where do you need to rotate to?
To try and challenge the Widow because she's got free
Yeah,
sights.
but where? Where?
Main or top right?
I agree. I think main's the play.
Yeah, because she's just got cover from top right.
Yep. I mean, you already have pressure from.
And
somebody at top
she
right
can
as well.
she can still shoot team when she's not peeking me.
And that's it, right? So ironically here, you have sights, and yet she's doing more than you. Initially, you had the opportunity to get the duel. You didn't quite get it in time. You didn't quite get the Life Weaver. And like, this is the most hit scan thing I've ever seen in my life. You know, you just grapple back here and like take the easy shot. And that's the thing is you hit
Very
the shot,
easy.
but you hit the shot, but your positioning is so bad, you're immediately under pressure, and so you're actually unable to stop the res or get any more value. And frankly, this should be a cap. Do they cap here? This should be a cap.
I think they do. I mean, maybe we get some stallage, but I don't think we win.
That's it. Yeah, I could smell it a million miles away. I'm just built like that. Okay, let's take some notes here. What do you got?
It's not all about the moment. Like it's the pressure when it matters, not necessarily where.
Okay.
I guess.
Sure.
Like in terms of angles aren't always available. Or good angles aren't always available, but I need to make use of them when they are.
Aren't always available. Make use of them when they are. Awkward versus comfortable spots on the map. CCTV, most vision, or best angle.
Yeah. I mean that's the most of it, and then like
that's
standing still. Sometimes.
Standing still when no threat. Distance.
I'm still thinking about the circuit first point, like the weird peaks sometimes.
Yeah.
I don't know how to put that into words really though.
Like on the defense or the attack?
No, the attack, where I wasn't ready for the hook shots, but I had sights, and on first point the top left action where I should have snuck in, but there's no way to generalize that really.
No, there isn't, especially because there wasn't a lot of that afterwards, right? So it just felt like kind of a one-off, right?
And this is something that we could add is play different from the team, like play a different angle from the team.
Holding different angles to team when space allows it. Yeah, I mean, especially when there's no dive threats, right? Like there's so much more space opened up and so on.
And not necessarily to find the lethality in the angle or like the pick angle, but more the pressure angle.
Right.
I suppose.
Right. Well, that's what we put with CCTV, right?
Yeah.
Most vision or best angle, your choice, right? It's kind of the Rialto. Do you want to get the biggest vision, or do you want to get the most likely chance of being unpredictable and getting it picked there? So there's like a lot of like little ingredients in here. I think what you could do is you could take the time to like kind of isolate them and work on them in isolation, and then
Okay.
I would consider GADs, but maybe even going back and going through this at like 1.5 and just taking notes. But I think obviously mechanics at moments like really, really quite good. Not a huge issue. Venomine usage was okay. Grapple usage was okay, with the exception of maybe being ready to be dove or brawled with. And I actually think in terms of the Widow duels, there wasn't a lot of footage, but it was okay. It's more about like how you're moving when those aren't threats. Like where's the most pressure that you're getting. But yeah, okay.
No.
Any questions?
No. I mean, I think I need to like at some point. Elo Mastery is dead, right?
Yes.
It doesn't.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
So
I mean,
it's so dead that they haven't even deleted the Discord.
Shit. No, but I mean, what is the rule now with asking you questions? Because I saw you changed it to a certain degree.
I'm gonna end the recording right here.